Don't ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
Yes, we're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
We're in charge.
Have you spoken with her?
As the world and Venezuelans await for the US's next move, acting President Delcy Rodriguez has offered to collaborate with the United States as the deposed leader Nicolas Maduro, who was captured by American forces, appears before a New York court. In a statement on social media, Rodriguez said Venezuela aspires to live without external threats in an environment of respect and international cooperation. She urged President Trump for peace and dialogue, reiterating Maduro's message. The statement also comes amid Trump's threat of another strike on Venezuela if the ruling authorities don't cooperate with the US efforts to open its oil industry and stop drug trafficking. There are mixed reactions on the US action from Venezuelans within the country and abroad. Venezuelans in Barcelona waved flags and sang as they celebrated the topple of Maduro. Venezuelans in Colombia demanded transition of power and called for fresh elections.
This is what has to happen. Why? Because government entities are still not clean, the defense minister still hasn't left, still hasn't handed over power, so we can't let our political leaders take over the government until they leave. It would be a risk to leave them and put our leaders in. That's why we need to go through a transition process which Donald Trump will lead. He said it clearly. It's a transition process where we will administer the country, and that means cleaning up government entities, cleaning up the country, and then our leaders, our political leaders will take office through elections or by validating the elections that were already held the year before last.
But in Caracas, supporters of Maduro gathered near the Miraflores Palace, voicing their support for the wrongful arrest of Maduro and his wife. They demanded that Venezuelan sovereignty should be respected.
Today, I'm here in support of President Maduro and his wife, protesting against that unjust kidnapping. We respect the sovereign decisions of all governments and we demand that same respect in return. I want to emphasize that President Trump must rectify his attitude towards us.
Anti-war protesters chanted slogans such as "No, no blood for oil," "Hands off Venezuela's soil," and "Up, up with liberation, down, down with occupation."
No blood for oil, hands off Venezuela's soil.
A reminder of the American voices who spoke out against US involvement in the Vietnam War. In 1989, during President George H.W. Bush, US invaded Panama and deposed the de facto ruler, General Manuel Noriega, who was wanted by the US authorities for racketeering and drug trafficking.
You know, I'm here because I think it's outrageous what the U.S. government did in Venezuela. Whatever you may think of the Maduro government, that's not the issue. But the U.S. government has no right to go into a sovereign country and basically openly say, we're going to take the oil, we're going to take the gold, we're going to exploit the resources. This has nothing to do with defending the working people of Venezuela. That's no concern to the U.S. government, Democrat or Republican alike. And this isn't the first time. You know, there's a whole history of the U.S. intervening in Latin America and around the world to defend the interests of the U.S. ruling class.
The United Nations Security Council also held an urgent session following the Venezuelan crisis. Somalia presently holds the rotating presidency of the Council. Russia and China, both UNSC permanent members, have condemned the US action and urged for the immediate release of Maduro and his wife.
He has become rich, incredibly wealthy, off the misery of untold numbers of Americans, Venezuelans, and others, aiding and abetting international terrorist organizations like Hezbollah.
中方已就美国强行控制委内瑞拉总统马杜罗夫妇表明了立场。
Actions by the US constitute a clear violation of international law and the basic norms of international relations. Contravening the purposes and principles of the United Nations Charter, China calls upon the United States to ensure the personal safety of President Maduro and his wife, to release them immediately, to cease subverting the Venezuelan government, and to resolve the issue through dialogue and negotiation.
拉政权通过对话谈判解决问题。
Maduro, his wife, son, and allies face charges of providing law enforcement cover and logistic support to major drug trafficking groups, who in return sent profits to high-ranking government officials under Maduro and were given protection in exchange. He has been indicted on 4 counts: narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns, and destructive devices. Trump's actions have been criticized domestically. Former US Vice President Kamala Harris has criticized Trump of pardoning a convicted drug trafficker, referring to a former Honduras President Orlando Hernandez, who was convicted by US court and then pardoned later by President Trump. Hernandez was sentenced to 45 years in prison for helping drug traffickers and using his government position and helping to bring in hundreds of tons of cocaine into United States. The capture of Maduro is also seen by many as an effort by Trump administration to divert attention from Epstein files, as it comes days after thousands of files were released and more are being expected to be released post-New Year.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.